If I traded it all, if I gave it all.
Welcome back, everyone, and sorry about that for everybody that was listening. But I hope you all called in and get yourself a book. It was a great book. I'm going to go on with my next guest. She has been on with me literally almost every show. Now that you're now so busy, you can't be on my show. You got other shows. You're doing so much. I have with me Solar Sandy. Solar Sandy's been on a mission ever since you came on my show. It was like, boom! I can reach so many people.
That's right.
So tell everybody a little bit about you and what we're going to talk about today.
So the reason I'm so passionate, Carol, is we all have power bills, and they continue to go up, and significantly so this summer. People saw their bills go up, and I just want to help people lower their power bill, produce their own power, and pay less for it.
And you know what? She wants to help you save money on a bill that you're already paying for. And you know, it's hot out there. Right now, it's September, and we're hot. We're going to be hot for a long time.
Exactly. We just don't have 2 months of high bills, Carol, here in Arizona. We have, April, May, June, July, August, and last year all the way through till November, I had my AC on. So we're using more power here in Arizona than ever before, and it doesn't look like that's going to change anytime soon. So I'm wanting to help people save money on a bill that's an essential bill. We will continue to have to pay it, and why not pay less for a bill that we're already paying too much on anyways? Increase the value of your home and put more of your hard-earned money back in your own pocket.
Now, a lot of people listen to you many, many times. You've been on my show many times.
Yes.
And there's a lot of people that are on the fence. They're still wondering, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Well, give her a call, and you can find out exactly how much money she can save you on that bill you're already paying for.
Valley-wide, I go to the people's homes. What I do, Carol, is I do an evaluation. I look to see how much power they've consumed over the last 12 months. If they haven't been in the house for 12 months, there's a formula that I can use.
You have one of my friends doing the same thing.
I did, and I've helped a lot ever since that we've mentioned that, because people, I don't live in my house yet. I'm buying a house. And so if they're APS, SRP, I'm getting ready to start seeing my SRP people that have been so patient with me, to help them save money on this bill that's going to continue to go up. I give the analogy, Carol, now, you wouldn't rent a car in your own city because of all the, weekend rates and spring break rates, and you take the car back an hour late, there's hidden fees and all the rest of it. So producing your own power on your roof is like owning your own car. You know you're going to drive it every day. You're going to use power every day. And you know what you're paying for that car monthly. You don't have any surprises. If you do your laundry 5 minutes too early, you're not going to have a huge demand fee or some hidden fee, tax, or surcharge. So I'm adding value to a home of something that is absolutely essential. We all need it. It's not something, maybe I'll use it this month and maybe I won't.
No, you got to use it every day.
You're going to use it every single day. So there's value to doing this. Produce your own power. It kind of sounds like corny, but PYOP, produce your own power and pay less for it.
Now, you go valley-wide, and you do a no-obligation consultation. It's free to you to find out how much money she can save you on a bill that you already paid for. She also gives you a $200 solar savings incentive. Now, you have to qualify for that, but most people do. What do they have to do to qualify?
If they own their own home, Carol, and they have a credit score of 650 or better, because there's no money out of their pocket, there's no upfront fees, no upfront costs. This is lowering your power costs by producing your own power on your own home, and not buying it any longer from APS or SRP.
Now, today, are we still talking APS people?
I'm talking APS and
APS people, listen up.
APS, SRP, I'm just getting ready to see everybody.
When that happens, when I drive down the street and I start seeing, oh my God, that house has solar on it, and I'm seeing a lot of them pop up here and there.
Carol,
Solar Sandy, Solar Sandy, Solar Sandy.
I have seen more solar go on in the last 2 months in my own neighborhood.
It's because of Solar Sandy. She's the hardest working woman I know. Go ahead.
There is. And people are starting to pay attention. And you say about people sitting on the fence, it's absolutely true, Carol. This was around 5, 6, 7 years ago. But people were, I don't really know. It's when our bills get so expensive that we have to look at an alternative source of power, or how are we going to lower it? There's 2 ways to lower your power bill. You can keep turning your thermostat up higher. If you're keeping your house at 82, 84, you'd have to keep it at about 88 or 90 to pay about the same amount. Not saying it's going to be exactly the same, because they increased the fees and the taxes and the surcharges this year. You're going to see the full impact of these increases come next summer. Very smart, these electric companies. They make a lot of money and they employ very smart people. So they squeeze those increases into the fall months. So September, October, November is when we're seeing the increases, but the full impact is when next summer rolls around, and you're going to see the full impact of that increase hit your bill, and you're going to fall over because they don't want you to see how much your increase is now until it's too late. So this is the very best time of year to go solar, Carol. You'll have your panels up and running, and so by the time next summer comes, you don't have to worry about those increases hitting your bill because you won't be buying any more of their power. Thank you very much.
We are also live on Facebook for everybody that's listening out there. If it's you, if you're an APS person, or if you know somebody, she can help you with a bill that you're already spending money on. And only way you're going to find out is by calling and talking to her, having that consultation. Again, we've talked a little bit about so many of the things that you can do, and we're going to talk about that again. We want you to call her. Her number is 623-850-8229. You can check her out on her website. It's AskSolarSandy.com. Also, you can subscribe there still. What do you do?
They subscribe there. They send me their name and their number. And then there's also now on the website their kilowatt worksheet. So they can go onto the website, download the kilowatt worksheet, fill that out, get that back to me as quickly as they can. Lickety-split.
Lickety-split. I was just going to say it. Lickety-split.
Lickety-split. And I will get back to them and set up a time to meet with them and do a consultation and show them what their savings is and the added value to their home, etc. But the main point, the real simple point, the simplicity of this is PYOP, produce your own power and pay less for it.
Again, that number to call her is 623-850-8229. It's AskSolarSandy.com. And she loves giving those $200 solar savings incentives. You have to qualify, but most people do. Mm-hmm. And you give them to them as a thank you.
Thank you.
And say what?
And say, this is towards paying off their last high bill with their electric company. You know, Carol, how I got started in this, there was a need in my own family. My daughter's bill went well over $500. It would have been well over $600 by now. And I couldn't afford at that time to help her pay her bill. Even if I could, I wouldn't want to pay it. And she was a mom of 2 little ones. She now has 3. And it just made no sense to continue paying this electric bill as high as it was. She planned on being in that house for another 20 years. So I said, if this is what it is now, what's it going to be? And I, like most people, Carol, I was just a mom, a grandma, a retired nurse that didn't know anything about solar. I rolled up my sleeves and I found a solution for my own daughter. And thank goodness she's had solar on her roof now for over 3 years.
And you don't have to help her pay anymore.
I don't have to pay her bill anymore.
Well, here's the thing, too. There's a lot of people out there. We've known them. You've helped a lot of people that are listeners that have, but a lot of people still are on the fence. You won't know until you talk to her. You can also go up on the website, and there's a kilowatt little worksheet there. I've got that down now so that everyone can make it even easier and faster for her to get to everyone. It's AskSolarSandy.com or call her at 623-850-8229. We have talked about also this that I want to bring out too. There's a lot of renters out there, and you renters, if you know your landlord, talk to them.
Absolutely.
She can help.
If the owner approves it and is okay with it, it does nothing but help the value of that owner's home. It helps him get paid his rent on time. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's no out-of-pocket expense or no upfront fees, etc., Carol. So you're helping your renter, but you're also helping yourself in you added value to your home. And I'll tell you, we were on the air with the lady that was here a couple of weeks ago. She said there is a waiting list for people looking for homes with solar on it. So don't ever think that if I put solar on, I won't be able to sell my house. You'll have a waiting list for it.
Yeah, especially when you see how much money that you can save when you have it.
Absolutely.
So again, check her out. It's AskSolarSandy.com. You can also call her direct. That number is 623-850 850-8229. You don't have to worry about HOAs. There's a lot of different things that you can work. People that say, they come up with these different things of what they reasons not to, but there's no reason.
HOAs cannot disapprove anybody from having it. And Carol, I know we're going to go to break in a second, but I just wanted to address, if you think there was a deadline we were talking about. This still works after the deadline. Remember, we were talking about a deadline before. This still works. APS wants everyone to think, if they didn't get in before the 31st of August, to fold the towel up and continue paying them. APS would be grateful if that's what everybody thought. So this still works. PYOP, producing your power, is always going to be lower than buying your power from the electric company. So don't sit on the fence. Give me a call. Let me see what I can do, and show you your savings, and then you make a wise decision from there.
And going solar before the end of the year will ensure maximum savings, is what it says right here.
Absolutely, Carol, because the full impact of these increases are going to be seen and realized on next year's summer bills.
I don't know about you guys out there, but I know whenever I get my, during the summer, when I get my bill, I'm starting to shake. And you don't have to with this. And then she can tell you how much money you can save on a bill that you're already paying money for. The number to call her is 623-850-8229. It's AskSolarSandy.com. She's going to also give you the $200 solar savings incentive. You got to qualify, but most people do. Give us a call. Give her a call and find out how much money she can save you on. We'll be back in just a minute.
Traded it all if I gave it.
Welcome back. We are talking with Solar Sandy, and we've been talking at the break. It is amazing, and I think it's a great thing that when you came on this show and you were telling me of this, and I also wondered, why would someone want to do that? And as you've talked more and more and more, how much sense that it makes to go solar today, especially with these programs that they have.
It does, because there's no money out of your pocket and no hidden fees. I can't speak today.
It's one of those days today, ladies and gentlemen.
Tongue twister, and it really makes sense. Producing your own power, and it costs less money. So what I do is an evaluation, see how much power that they're using, figure out how many panels they need. And then it's just they're paying a lower cost for their power instead of them purchasing it from their electric company with all the fees and the taxes and all the rest of it. And every year our power costs go up, Carol, every year. Whether the electric company wants to admit it or not, our power costs go up. If not by the rates, they add fees and taxes and demand fees and charges that most of us don't even understand how we pay for our power. But we continue to pay that bill every month because we have no choice. We don't pay that bill, our power gets cut off. And so it is an essential. It is not an option. I've talked to people this summer, Carol, that said, I might be late paying this bill, or I might forgo paying that bill so I can pay my summer power bill. And I think to myself, how unfair is that everybody works so hard, two-income family, one-income family, retired family, works really hard and have to worry about which bills they're going to pay just to keep their electricity on. It just doesn't seem right to me.
When you work with our listeners, and you've been to a lot of them,
I have.
When they sit and talk to you and you start telling them how much money that you can save, do their eyes just get really big and go, wow, I can't believe that this could actually happen?
They say to me, they wish that they had talked to me sooner.
Most people say the same thing.
They wish they had talked to me sooner. And one of the biggest, hindrances that people have is there's a lot of people out there that make this very complicated, and I don't. I didn't understand anything about solar before my daughters had a need for it. So if it had been complicated, other than you're getting a new power source that's going to produce your own power and you're paying less for it, because as long as you're in the house, if it's 5, 10, 15, or 25 years, you're going to use power. So I'm showing you what your power cost is going to be, and you're paying less for it. And it's just as simple as that, Carol. And then it comes down to customer service. I become part of my family's families. I mean, I really look at this as a service that I'm doing. It's not a product I'm selling. It's a service I'm doing because I want to help people realize their goals and their dreams by saving money on something they now have a choice on. Many people didn't think that they had a choice on their power. You do have a choice now, and especially now that the power costs are getting very uncomfortable for a lot of people, and that we're having hotter and hotter summers, and we're using more and more
longer
power,
and longer.
longer and longer. People are starting to go, my neighbor has this. Maybe it's time for me to look at it. So not only am I saving them money off a bill that they're already spending money on, there's some other incentives and benefits, and I don't get too deep on that right now. But when I go to my families, there's lots of benefits for them going solar. One is the added value to their home. Two, there's a demand for homes if they were, let's say, I'm not going to be in my home longer than, a year or two. Well, you're going to still pay your power bill while you're there, aren't you? Sure. It's an upgraded feature on your home. People are looking for homes that they might be able to afford the mortgage of your home, but if they're moving from out of state, they might not be able to afford your utilities. So you're giving them an option where they will buy your home. You've got a swimming pool. You've got solar on the roof. There's people that are looking specifically for green homes, green times two, green and for the environment. Unfortunately, sometimes it takes the green in our pocket for us to do green things, but this is certainly going to put more green, savings in people's pockets, Carol.
Now, she does go valley-wide. It's a no-obligation, free consultation. If you do work with her, she gives you a $200 solar savings incentive. You have to qualify, which she says most people do. Again, what's it take to qualify?
If they own their own home and have a credit score of 650 or better, and that their roof is in good condition, and we can put the solar panels up there, and so I'm also looking into, and I haven't quite gotten there yet, for an option, if we can't put it on your roof, to be able to put it on ground mount. But that'll be another day, another conversation, Carol. So right now, it's roofs. The only types of roofs that I can't do is a metal roof or the very, very old shake roofs that are that wood shake material. Mm-hmm. It's just too brittle, and it's just too difficult to install on something that brittle and that fragile.
Now, we are still talking about the APS. I know we went to a break, so I want people who know that if you came in after the break, we're talking about APS people right now. I know that when you have the other people, the SRP, oh my God, I can't imagine just how it's going to be. The floodgates are going to open
later on this month.
But right now, that's what we're talking about. There's a big, huge, because they really did raise the rates so much, and they're going to continue to do that as well. Again, she is talking about what she calls PYOP, which means
Produce Your Own Power program. Produce your own power and pay less for it, with no upfront fees, no out-of-pocket expenses, to produce your own power and know what you're going to pay month after month with no hidden increases.
Do your laundry when you want to do your laundry.
Exactly. Exactly. Keep your house a little bit more comfortable, because I give 100% if the roof space allows, Carol. My goal is to give them as much power as I can with the maximum savings, and give them a little extra so they can keep their house a little bit cooler and still save them money.
Now, you can call her direct. That number is 623-850-8229. You can also go up on her website. It's AskSolarSandy.com. There's a kilowatt worksheet right there. She's made it really easy for everybody, along with a ton of information.
Yes.
There's videos up there. But the best thing to do is, I think, call her. But go ahead and put the information in on that kilowatt worksheet. It's AskSolarSandy.com. So basically, excuse me, what would you want for people to know that on the newer program that they might not know?
If you've looked at this before and you didn't do it, you need to take a look at it again, because especially with these new rate increases and the new rate plans with APS, you have no idea what you're in for next summer. And so this is a little bit different program than I spoke about before. So if you've looked at this before with me, don't be shy, don't be embarrassed to say, Sandy, let me take a look at this again with you, because sometimes it takes one or two times for somebody to really grasp it. Maybe somebody didn't have 12 months worth of bills, and so they were a little hesitant. Geez, or am I doing the right thing, or too quickly, whatever. That's fine. I am never in a rush with people. This year I was, when there were deadlines in that. We don't have a deadline. I'm just telling you, there's a deadline to get installed by the end of the year so that you're experiencing the maximum savings before next summer rolls around when you see these rate increases hit your summer bills.
Are there certain write-offs that they get for doing it now? I knew it. That's so. Talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely. The new program, PYOP, you're going to get not only the $200 solar saving incentive, you may be entitled to a lot more incentives than that, but you definitely will be entitled to $1,000 state incentive as well. So this program is not the program I was talking about 3, 4, 5 months ago. This is PYOP. It's a little bit different, but it still boils down to produce your own power and pay less for it, and you've increased the value of your home, and you know exactly what you're paying for your power for the next 25. After 25 years, you don't have a power bill.
Wow, wouldn't that be nice? I'll tell you something. If it was, I know for me, I'm not an APS person, but I know when I'm ready. I mean, to me, anybody that's listening to us, if I can save money, I mean, we go and like you said, we cut coupons. We'll go and buy gas from a less expensive,
Exactly. We'll go shop
drive 5 miles to go save 10 cents.
3 cents.
Oh.
3 cents. And I say this to people. You're going to use your power every day. And based on your last 12 months of usage, I can pretty much say that's what you're going to use, unless you want to have an oven in your house. That's what you're going to use.
Well, wouldn't it be nice, too? A lot of us have kids, and the kids are always using more power than they should.
Sure.
They never listen to what the times they're supposed to use it at.
Exactly. They leave a door open, they leave a light on. Now you can, I don't suggest leaving doors open or leaving lots of lights on, but if you do, you don't have to worry about a bill going through the roof, Carol. This is about, part of me, because of the nurse in me, the nature that I have is, I want people to live comfortably. This was a need for my own daughter. There was an own personal need for me to help my own daughter. So I bring that to my families. I just want to share this information, educate them, and give them the same peace of mind that I was able to help my daughter with.
She is the busiest person that I know, and she loves to help people. She loves giving out these $200 solar savings incentives. The number to call her is 623-850-8229. It's AskSolarSandy.com. Find out if you qualify. Most people do.